My name is Joseph Alumansi. I come from Uganda and I'm based in the Catholic Archdiocese of Kampala. I first heard about Alpha 16 years ago uh, down in South Africa. And it warmed up my heart because I felt this was something that we needed in Uganda for the church, the Catholic Church in Uganda. But for 16 years, I hoped, I made some attempts, but it didn't work out. But I knew the Lord knew His time. So it was a big surprise last year in September when I received a letter through the United States asking if we would be interested in hosting some Catholics and introducing Alpha to them in Uganda. And I said, well, why not? And so I invited a couple of people and we reached out to the cardinal and to the archbishop to invited them for the dinner. It was a fantastic time. The testimonies were very powerful, very touching. And that really increased the thirst for me. Really, I felt we have to do Alpha in the Catholic Church in Uganda. So Jaime and I went to meet the Archbishop at his residence and to sit down and to talk to him and introduce Alpha to him. And he listened. He was very interested. He took his time. But in the end, he said, you know what, this is what I want for my diocese. And he was concerned about the young people. There was nothing, we were losing out on the young people. And said, I want this for my diocese and especially for the youth. And he asked Jaime, please organize for Alpha training in Uganda. So, and it happened. So 3 weeks ago in May, a team came again from Holy Trinity and we did our first Alpha training, God training in Uganda in the Catholic Church, and wow, that was quite an experience. We'd gathered, the Archbishop had assigned his Vicar General to oversee the preparation for the GAT and all the way through to the GAT. So he represented the bishop. He was there full time. We had chaplains for schools. We had head teachers. We had youth leaders. It was quite a rich group. And that was a very good training. And for me, what's really my impression about Alpha at the GAT and even more so here this week, really Alpha is a powerful tool for evangelization. It's mind-blowing for me, to hear the testimonies, interacting with different people from different countries and hearing from them firsthand what their experience is, their testimonies. I feel very deeply touched. And I feel a lot of hope for Uganda and especially for the Catholic Church, where really this tool of evangelization is really needed. And so I'm looking forward, really, I feel that this is a program the Alpha is a simple and yet very deep. It touches the heart, it touches the mind, and I'm convinced that it is going to do tremendous work in our country. I believe so many Catholics need this Alpha. So I'm positive that great things will come, much fruit will come out of it. So in 2 weeks after the GAT training, the Alpha training, we had a meeting again and we invited all the stakeholders and we plan to start our first Alpha in exactly a month from now. And I'm looking forward to it. It's in my parish. We're going to start with the young people, the youth in my parish. Our parish priest and his curator, fully behind it. They are very excited about it. And there's a lot of momentum building up. And we're beginning the announcements in the parish, and a team has been set up. We've made all the preparations right through to the Alpha weekend out. And so it's really very exciting. And I really want to see what will happen in the parish, because we have lots of young people who really have, they're just there. They don't really understand what church is all about. They're not engaged, they're not involved, they don't feel part of, and often they are lost. And so I'm really looking forward to these young people, being, having this experience and seeing them coming on board and being part of the parish and involved in the activities of parish and understanding their faith, the Christian faith, much more deeply, and I think that's really that's why I look forward to